Hello and welcome to a video on Taoqi. Taoqi is unironically my favorite character in the game, with my favorite playstyle. However, this will be about Taoqi's lore and personality, not necessarily her gameplay. Taoqi is a natural resonator. She has high stability and a low risk of overclocking. She additionally has no history of overclocking. However, she is one of the many resonators who awoke to their forte 3 years ago, roughly around the same time as Geshu Lin and Overthrax dying. Her Tassamark is located on her interscapular region, and she has no physical changes, aside from her skin's toughness increasing even more than the average resonator. Her forte is called Blossom of Slashes, but in reality she generates a unique force field which can act as a protective barrier or enhance her strikes. According to her character stories, Taoqi is a very analytical individual. She complains about missing lunch breaks, sleep, or naps as well. She's so good at her job because she believes in solving problems now, so she will have more time for rest later. She sleeps with several blankets, pillows, and a heated eye mask. This woman has sleeping down to a science and maximizes her comfort. She tends to get breakfast at a stall on the way to work, and sometimes solves issues in lines at the stalls or with the machines herself just to keep things moving faster and smoothly. Though at times it can cause her to arrive at work late. Taoqi has various couches in her office that she or others often lay on. She uses them to be as informal as possible, listening to the problems of people and offering advice. Her office is a comfort sanctuary. Anyone is able to go into her office, even Zhang Liao goes to her for help. She, however, never tells anyone the exact right answer or the proper way to do something, but instead believes in guiding people to it, an excellent trait for a teacher, though perhaps not so much for someone who leads the defense of Jinzhou. People often refer to her as Big Sister, and Taoqi has taken a liking to this name, even calling Rover her little sibling. Also, unlike Baizha who watched all of her friends die, Taoqi's friends are all alive and still visit her in Jinzhou to this day. As a kid, Taoqi was still exceptionally analytical and very smart. She was kind of slow in moving around and getting from place to place, but she was always protecting her friends in the background by talking to teachers, adults, and others. Taoqi is the second youngest in her group and was born in Jinzhou itself. Taoqi used to get bullied quite a lot and would often be left behind, get lost, and cry. Basically, the friends who found her were the type of friends who'd wait for you to finish tying your shoe while walking down a sidewalk. According to the reunion with friends, it sounds like Taoqi was physically bullied as well, and that her friends would step up and quote-unquote kick some serious butt for her. However, Taoqi would provide a sort of backup, like I said, protecting them by telling parents, negotiating things, and talking with teachers and adults. She's always had a sharp eye for detail, and has always been very analytical. Taoqi's slow moves have been part of her and her childhood and are just part of who she is. Her lack of damage in-game isn't because she's weak, it's because of the restraint to a degree as well. And to think, if Taoqi never got her friends, she might have been bullied so much she'd stay at home and become a shut-in gamer like you. For real though, she seems almost destined for the job she works now, or to work in the government in some manner at least. Taoqi has always been responsible, kind, and caring of others. She's measured, analytical, but she puts sleeping and resting as her number one priority. This means she knows when she wants something, she will communicate what needs to be communicated, and will do whatever it takes to get back to sleep. A woman who communicates, is loyal, knows what she wants to eat, and is protective. Taoqi is unironically that he asked for no pickles meme. Back to her work schedule, she won't let anything stop her from leaving work on time, no matter the cost. After work, she loves going for a stroll, chatting with random residents of the city, and hearing stories from the elderly. She talks with the children and plays with them as well. She feels more connected with the city and with both her work life and home life, which she keeps firmly separated in her mind. We also find out that Taoqi here is the reason why the Midnight Rangers aren't slaughtered in ambushes anymore, because she solved that problem, even having an early warning detection system. She came up with the idea while looking at children play in a sand pit while she sat on a swing. She hates staring at desks all day and says sitting at a desk all day leads to monotony and a disconnect from reality. She's always looking for alternative methods of efficiency, and it's often in her free time that she comes across the answer she looks
Let's take
for.
it slow.
Taoqi additionally preaches about taking your time and enjoying a journey, to not hurry on and finish the story you are experiencing, because you might miss out on beautiful sights along the way. This is true both for experiencing games, such as Wuthering Waves, but also life in general. She herself admits to having struggled with the urge to finish and accomplish things as fast as she could before coming to the realization in the beauty of just living life. She likes to tease people about her naps, saying she wasn't napping, and she even says that at times she feels overwhelmed with so many people counting on her, telling Rover that she knows the feeling and that Rover can relax just like everyone else can with her. Taoqi does, however, sometimes fall asleep with Rover nearby, and often tells Rover to get proper rest, even teasing Rover about hair loss due to staying up late too much. She likes having
Let's take
leisurely
it
time with
slow.
Rover, and has remarked about wanting to experience a peaceful life, specifically with Rover. This brings me to another point. Taoqi actually knew Rover in the past, but due to the Threnodian wasn't able to go too far with it, and doesn't seem to remember all of the details in the first place. Taoqi does believe that people should solve their own issues, and often remarks about how her advice or input made little difference, and that sometimes it isn't even followed, kind of annoying her. She is busy and constantly makes sure to appreciate the times when she is not working. Taoqi is also fairly direct. She isn't afraid to just straight up ask Rover to feed her, as her favorite foods are things that are easy to eat, such as porridge. She asks Rover to help her with food that's too hot. I wonder what she could possibly insinuate with that one. At any rate, she hates food that requires peeling or too much prep work, because she believes it is too much of a hassle. Taoqi really hates work, but desires to help construct walls strong enough that everyone can feel the same sense of comfort she felt when her friends protected her, that everyone can live a peaceful life one day. Naive in the world she lives in? Perhaps, but admirable nonetheless.
Now it's my turn.
Taoqi holds respect for Jinxi, Sanhua, Jian, and Zhang Liao. She actually wishes she had an
This
assistant
is
like
my
Sanhua to
round.
help her and keep her safe as well. Taoqi and Zhang Liao meet up daily for work, and she has no issues in understanding his ideas and theories and offering advice if she can. As for Jian, she respects him but is also concerned about Jian's health and notes how he never gives himself any rest. Let's see, am I reading this right? Let's see, Taoqi sleeps with you on your birthday. I see. Taoqi believes that with great power comes great responsibility, which to her means even more work and even doing overtime. She actually knows that Rover is thousands of years old, but still says that she wants to take care of Rover like a big sister would. Though not as sad as other characters on this list such as Encore or Verena, the voice lines Taoqi has for dying are quite sad, as she takes all the blame herself. If she were to die, then we can safely tell that she died believing she failed and let everyone down. Taoqi is an exceptionally kind-hearted and idealistic in many aspects of her life. However, she's always willing to put on the gloves and throw hands to keep people safe. She works herself constantly but makes sure to take proper rest and care of herself as well, separating work life from home life. I believe there is a lot about Taoqi that is applicable to real life, and even advice in her story that we can all take and learn from. Her combat and kit fit into her lore, though I do have one slight issue with it. If you'd like a video where I discuss the label she has, the label being that she's one of the worst characters in the game, then let me know down below, as I do have a lot to say about her kit as well. However, I will save that for another video if you're interested. In the meantime, I'm going to go wrap myself up in 4 blankets and get some sleep myself. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next video.